When we get in class, we're gonna tell you who we are. So, okay, go ahead.
The students are now handing out entrance slips as the students are walking in, making sure that they greet, which is a part of the Hampton County's instructional framework, always having some sort of entrance ticket or opening assignment for their do now.
That was so rude.
As usual, we have cool kids trying to have flags and extra stuff.
So disrespectful.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, so y'all sit down. Okay, get in your seat.
What do we do now?
No. All right, so, Andrea, tell me who you are.
My name is Miss Rodriguez.
My name is Miss Gill.
Miss Gill.
It's Miss Gill, actually. Okay. So,
Hey, Miss Gill.
So today we start with do now. Andrea gave y'all a card, so y'all can be on. They got 5 minutes to do it. And
This is great. The students had to utilize the instructional framework to create a full-fledged lesson plan. So they have come up with a do now, a standard, an essential question, an opening, and a work session. And they'll be graded based on the rubric that was on the board. Right now, I think they're going to use a timer to get everybody started their do now. Good job, good
Oh
job.
my God.
Let's press start.
Are you ready to start? Hold on.
What does that say? It says, how is the bridge in the Indian word so tall?
Okay, one.
Ah, interesting. Once again, their do now says, how is the French and Indian War significant to the start of the American Revolution? 3 to 5 sentences, and they gave the students 5 minutes. No. Go ahead. You need a pencil? Uh-oh. I'll see if we can find one. Students are now engaged with their do now via Miss Gill and Miss Rodriguez instructions. Some students are highly engaged. Good job, good job. And that will conclude our do now portion. Stay tuned for our opening.
Miss Gill.
This is a great example of student engagement. Teacher-student interactions. Miss Gill, some students need your assistant in the back.
Miss Gill.
Look at my guys over here now. All right, so as students finish early, the teachers are going around and collecting cards. I'm assuming that maybe they will read them out loud.
Miss Gill. Miss Gill. Someone took my
Miss Gill.
Miss Gill, I didn't feel like doing my do now.
Oh, y'all cards in here.
Miss Gill.
Okay, both teachers are going around collaboratively collecting do nows.
You can get out.
Yes, I got it.
All right. I got everybody people.
I got a toilet.
Interestingly enough, class, that young man right there acts like that all the time. No matter if it's I'm up there teaching, Miss Stanley, Miss Lennon, or apparently Miss Stanley.
I can describe the cause, course, and outcome of the French and Indian War. Now, someone read it here. Me. How is the French and Indian War significant to the start of the American Revolution? Okay, now we will be watching a 4-minute video with 17 seconds.
Okay. So one thing that we want to ooh, they might have missed some things. They're giving the kids a video. Miss Smoke is going to hit the light more than likely. All right, part 2, opening session. Oh, you might need to turn it up.
How did the French and Indian War lead to the American Revolutionary War? After the French and Indian War,
Actually,
Britain had a
video
huge
choice.
war debt that they had to pay off.
Interesting video choice.
But how could they pay it off, they thought? But suddenly, it popped into their minds. They could impose heavy taxes on the sugar the colonists were trading. But of course, this is from a government's perspective. Now think about it in a colonist or a civilian's perspective living under a government. Who would be happy to pay a huge tax to a government? Of course, the answer is obvious. Nobody. So the colonists were very angry. This taxation on sugar also insulted them because by doing so, the colonists believed that their rights as Englishmen were denied. Many colonists
watching that video.
believed that since they are not
Except
directly
for Kayvon,
represented
who
in
always
the
tends to look at the
parliament,
camera
any
when the
laws
camera's
affecting them were denial of their rights as Englishmen.
Yeah.
And in this case,
So
was a sugar
everybody
act,
except for
a
2.
revenue-raising act passed by the Parliament on April 5th, 1764. So, the colonists formed their main argument on no taxation without representation. This was a slogan during the 1750s to the 1760s. It was considered as the starting point of where the idea of breaking away from England had started. Because many colonists disapproved this Sugar Act, they eventually got rid of it through protests, which leads me to my next point. Why were the colonists able to get rid of the Sugar Act from Britain through protests? Wasn't Britain very strong and was able to suppress them? Sadly, no. Because of the French and Indian War, Britain had a huge debt, which made their economy very weak. This caused Britain unable to afford to be losing trade with America, since they had to pay back their war debts. Because if the trade between Britain and America had stopped, it basically meant that the merchants' primary sources of exporting goods will end. And if British merchants were hurt, the whole British economy was hurt. So, the main idea was because Britain's economy wasn't strong enough to afford to further lose trading opportunities. The colonists' actions were very effective due to Britain's current economic state. But of course, tensions were already building between Britain and the colonists. Eventually, what really caused tensions to rise was the Boston Tea Party. The colonists decided they would see none of the tea leave the ship. So, a group of colonists dressed as American Indians boarded the ship at night and threw the tea overboard into the harbor, ruining all of it. Of course, this made the king very mad, so he revived a very old law where British soldiers were required in every household. Many colonists were mad, so the First Continental Congress was born. In this Congress, 55 delegates representing 12 of the 13 colonists, because Georgia withheld, argued back and forth as to whether or not they should separate from Britain for killing their people, firing cannons on their cities, and closing down Boston's seaports. So, the Declaration of Rights and Grievances was written and sent to Britain. Sadly, during that time, tensions was far too high for the king to respond favorably. The colonists began to arm arms and prepare for what they felt was an inevitable battle with the oppressive British army, which eventually led to the first battle because tensions broke. The battles of Lexington and Concord, which is the first battle of the American Revolutionary War. This is how the French and Indian War eventually led to the American Revolutionary War.
Okay, so anyone tell me something they learned from the video?
Oh.
Good.
Matter can you say it again? We can't hear it.
I said I learned a lot about the Boston Tea. Oh, you not put the camera on my face. I learned a lot about the Boston Tea Party because I didn't know anything about the Boston Tea Party.
Okay, so what you learned about it?
Right.
I'm not gonna say.
Oh, the boy had to go to Tina water.
Quiet, please.
And he said something about the hallway. You gotta live in the house. And the people did like that.
Anybody else?
You.
So now we're gonna start with the gallery wall. Like someone turn on the light.
One person.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna give everyone an index card. And it's gonna have a number.
Nice.
The number that y'all get, that's the
Who you gonna work with?
Say that. Say that again louder.
the card that you get got a number on it, and the number is that the number that you already got that will partner up with that. And that'll be who's working. Yeah, I got my
Awesome. It's the best part. How they gonna bring everybody to attention? So,
Short disclaimer.
So if you got number one, raise your hand.
Me.
Raise your hand to get number one. Alright, you got number one. Come up here.
I know. That's cool.
But on drugs, you get one card. Alright, well now I'm gonna point at y'all, y'all say one. Okay, cool. We wanna, how many groups we have? 4? 5.
It's called round robin. It's called number heads. Number heads.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So
What's the point of the cards?
Okay.
That's okay. It's okay.
Class.
It's
Oh,
okay.
it's okay. Oh, you can just everyone
Two
get
groups with twos and three groups with threes. Start moving around now. Oh, who is two?
Groups of threes over here.
Say it
Who's
loud.
someone come here?
Groups of threes over here.
Count it up.
You say three.
Yeah, threes over here.
I'm one. Put the one that I'm one over here.
Okay.
Okay, who are the twos?
Two.
He had that 15 seconds.
All right, so once everybody gets together, they're gonna have to find a way to get everybody's attention. This is where we should be seeing some sort of hand signal, which is a part of their rubric, part of their project directives to create a sense of gaining attention.
Miss Gibson, come on, Miss Gibson. But where the wings? Get y'all little work.
All right, motion.
You want all work, no need to not working with y'all. Not really sure.
17.
Your teacher called you.
Okay, can I get one person going to
Tim,
number,
your teacher called you.
number 2?
Then go next door. If y'all two want to keep working on your project, just go next door.
No.
Otherwise, you need to engage with the lesson.
Y'all think about work?
Yeah, go next door. I just told you that.
You see that?
You working with him, right? Are you working with him? Then go ahead with
That's
him.
enough people. That's good. Okay. Now, I'm gonna need a leader from each group to grab the paper.
Oh man,
Okay?
they got group roles.
No, I already said it to my youth.
They got group.
Yeah. Everybody show my
So y'all
your
gonna
blue names on them.
I got one, guys.
And so, let go.
She wasn't in there?
Hey, come on, please, one.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be we are at the gallery walk portion.
All right.
Right, we're at the gallery walk / flow chart.
Quiet!
We need a marker.
Quiet!
Okay. Man, I don't understand.
Hey, y'all better wait. I already said, oh, you better wait.
understand.
You better wait. She ain't need directions yet. Be quiet.
She first need to be her class right.
There you go.
Oh, wait. Don't discuss the children. Everyone's fault. This teacher. Okay, now we will draw a flow chart on your chart. Guys, yes, ma'am. Miss Gibbs, can we start all aboard?
Hey, be quiet, please.
Everyone is paying attention? Yes, ma'am. Now we will draw a flow chart. How many bubbles? 4. It's 5 bubbles.
Each group is attempting to draw a flow chart now. Let's see what this group is.
We draw the map, right? Y'all draw the map. And we draw the map, right? 8 bubbles. 8 bubbles. 8 bubbles. She said 8 bubbles. We got 5 on the board.
Y'all asked me what do y'all try real.
You're supposed to say all on board, but no one's responding back. So, you know what I tell them?
And
All aboard!
Captain.
there it is.
Finally.
There it is. Good job. Now you got a good signal. Say again.
You better hold Nella's head over again. Hold Nella's head over
Shush! Okay, now y'all look on the image. They have the cost and the effect, okay? causes and effects of the image. Y'all get it?
I don't see nothing on my image.
Look, okay, guys.
Oh, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so,
Some teachers is hilarious.
I don't know none of this.
Open your eyes and listen, you understand.
okay, let's just say this. Look right on there. And then that's the cause. Right.
So what the other bubbles will have in it?
For the other station.
Oh, okay, I
That's
get it.
why.
So I'm just filling in what they don't fill in, and they filling in what they don't fill in, and they filling in what they don't fill in.
Yeah.
So we don't fill in everybody, we just fill in the two bubbles.
No, you're not filling everything. Because there's 4 stations and each one has a cause and effect.
So we will go to them and ask them what it is.
Yeah.
So we write ours first, because we already know this in the next page.
They write it on there. And then that's the cause of it.
So we're going next on what they fill
Yeah,
in.
when they finish.
Oh, now you're making sense.
All right, so the teacher is going around to explain to everybody what to do during the work session.
Hey, guys, you're supposed to have 8 bubbles.
It's possible.
And then in the middle, you write the first Andrea, hello, who's the leader here? Who is the leader here? Malachi, I want you to draw 8 bubbles. Okay, little guy, pay attention. So you would draw 8 bubbles. Draw 8 bubbles, Oh, you're trying to find.
All aboard.
All aboard! Aye, Captain. Move up in the middle of the circle. Y'all can fight French and Indian war. Okay?
Indian war.
Move, Captain.
Y'all got 5 minutes left. So that ain't
Oh, this is for.
What time did we get started?
Group 3.
Yes, this feels great.
It's the skill. So get your vocabulary straight. Right? French and Indian war in that circle. This one? No, in the middle. This one? Yeah, the big one. This one? Yeah. This one? No, this 29. You said what? You said French and what?
Indian War.
Cause and effect.
I ain't lie, they got too many bubbles.
Safer back. You're gonna put this one in the bubble. The other one in this bubble. That's your fault. You should have drawn big enough for your words to fit in there.
Alright, you said put this in this book.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Instead of writing
Yes.
So I'm assuming that they were going to be rotating.
And you better do what I say to you. Oh, you have to go home.
Be quiet. What do you want to talk on this? Be quiet. Keep on.
Can y'all please hurry up because the other groups are finishing.
Oh, one of them's got the directives down. Let me see what they got.
Andrea. Andrea. Miss Rodriguez. Miss Rodriguez.
For the other stations. Yes, it is.
Come on.
Y'all hurry up.
2 minutes.
Alright, we got 2 minutes. So, well, y'all need to wrap it up. Y'all gotta wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Girl, let me tell you something. Right before this door, I leave them. You leave me alone.